Okay, so hi everybody. I am Rochelle. You can call me Ree. I own the Purple Pumpkin Hoodoo store, which you can find at thepurplepumpkinhoodoo.com. I'm coming to the pumpkin patch today in regards to learning. Okay, so some of these videos will be taught just to kind of get you guys going on your spiritual path. One of the first things that you guys asked to learn about was ancestor altars and how to put your altars up. But before we get into calling in any kind of entities or spirits or anything like that in your personal space, giving them permission to dwell, we want you to know how to first protect and cleanse. Okay, so when I went and sat with my spirits and was like, okay, they want to know about ancestors and how we're gonna put the ancestor altar up. And right before I started recording the video, they was like, no, they need to know how to protect themselves, just in case. Protections, just like our body. First thing that we ever are introduced to is our own body. And what do we have? A protective layer to protect our organs and other things. We have skin. Skin is a protection. We have clothes on us. Clothes protect us from things that we don't want. So protection, in a sense, is are things that we have put in place so that unwanted things don't come in, or things that we want to keep safe are kept safe. Okay, that's why protections are necessary. Protections are also necessary because when you start dealing with the spiritual world, you have a whole different there's a whole different realm. That's a whole different thing that nobody, from, if you're from the Christianity side, you learn how to pray and use your crosses and things like that. When you come over to the spiritual side of things, outside of religion, it's a lot going on. Okay, so you don't just have angels, and you have a lot of different energies, and you have a lot of different spirits, and you want to be able to protect yourself from the ones that you don't want in your circle. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons why we do protection. We do cleansing for the same exact thing. Cleansing and protections go hand in hand. You should not be cleaning your space and then leaving it unprotected. You should not be protecting your space without cleaning your space. Okay, so get in the habit of cleaning your spaces and then setting up your protections. We cleanse to get unwanted energies out, or so that we are not mixing energies together. Okay, so you want to cleanse to get anything out. You want to set protections to keep things that are inside, and to block something that you don't want from coming in. Okay, ways that you set protections up. Or let's go with cleansing first. So cleansings can be done by, you can smudge to cleanse. One popular thing that everybody likes to use is sage. Everybody wants to smudge the sage, okay, to cleanse the house or cleanse your energy or cleanse this. Another popular one is Florida water. So you have herbs, herbal smudgings. You have waters. Okay, another popular one is are taking baths. Okay, so you can cleanse with a bath or a spray around your home or your personal space if you go to work or whatnot, school, those kind of things. Another way to cleanse is simply picturing in your mind, closing your eyes, meditating on everything going from the top of the room or your body. If you were cleansing your body, you would close your eyes and picture a big white light just cleansing from the top of your body all the way down, just washing you clean, okay, with this light. That's another form of cleansing something. Okay, so we have smudging, we have, or smoking, we have waters, we have washes. Floor washes can cleanse your room, your home. You can use they can either be wet or dry. Wet floor washes, you can use it with a mop. With a dry floor wash, you're going to sprinkle the things down, and you can vacuum it up and take that vacuum and throw it out. And if you're doing a cleansing to get something, to cleanse your space, you want to throw that out. Taking out the trash, that's a form of cleansing your space. You can also burn incense to cleanse. So you can use charcoal rounds, and you can have the incense, the resins, like frankincense. You can buy a mix that's already, or you can make your own herbs. Put a couple different herbs in there and some resin, and burn that on a charcoal round. Excuse me, it's an airplane flying through. So once you get the, you can smoke, you can use that to cleanse your home as well. You don't have to necessarily stand there with burning the herbs, okay? And then you can also, you can also have stones. There are stones that will cleanse the energy out of your home. A lot of people use quartz. That's a balancing stone. Whatever energy is there is going to amplify it. You can use quartz to amplify the energy that's already there, or to clear out energy. You can take your stones and just rub them on top of your, over yourself or at a space, and that will trap the energy inside of it. Also, limpias. I use them. You can take an egg, and while you're saying certain prayers, you can wash yourself clean, or cleanse your body, or a room or area. You can set different things. Different herbs are cleansing. Hyssop is a very cleansing herb. It's one of my favorite herbs to cleanse with. I do a lot of hyssop. I do a lot of rosemary. I do a lot of basil, bay leaf, and basil. Those are the ones that I like to use. And cinnamon. Okay, I love cinnamon. If you've ever gotten a reading from me, you know that I would tell you guys to do what? To take some cinnamon, an orange, and some water, and boil it in your home. Okay, that's a cleansing right there. That's going to cleanse some stuff out, and if you need some prosperity, it's going to bring that prosperity in as well, okay? So that's another one, all right? That's a tip that you can use. So going forward, that's cleansing. So we want to talk about how to set protections, okay? Back a while ago, I just spoke about taking that white light and just washing yourself if you were doing a meditation type cleansing over yourself. Another way that you can do a protection is the same thing. So you can picture a bubble, and you can take this bubble over yourself, and you're inside the bubble. Or you can make a circle. Okay, in movies, you guys see a lot of time witches will make a circle, or if they're trying to trap an entity, they draw a circle with salt. Salt is another protection. Okay, you can use salt as protection. You can use to keep things going on. I use a lot of cinnamon. I use a lot of salt. I use a lot of camphor. I use a lot of some of the herbs that I use are they have multiple uses. So just look up magical purposes of said herb, whatever herb it is that you have in your cabinet, and go on about your life, okay? What else? Talking about protections, okay? Another way of protections are amulets. I have stones for protection. One of my favorite stones, which I don't have right now with me, is shungite. I love shungite for protection and cleansing because it cleanses out negative energies, unwanted energies. Is great for this 5G thing that's going on, and it protects you from other things, okay? So you have stones. You can use, like we just talked about, herbs. Protection, you can take a protection bath. So that means that you're using the herbs herbs and liquids, whatever kind of liquid you have at hand, to concoct a bath. So you're going to soak those herbs or boil those herbs, and you're going to get down in there, and then you're going to use that water or those herbs mixed with the water and wipe, and just use it as take a bath with them. Okay, so that's another way you can do protections. It is necessary before you do anything magical that you need to set protection. Another old school way of setting protections is prayer. Okay, everybody should know how to pray. If you don't, just say, I guess you could A quick prayer is you can ask your entities or yourself, your higher self, for protection from things that you do not need, that are not in higher alignment with your higher self. You can ask for protection from your ancestors. You can ask for protection from other deities that you may be working with, other spirits that you may be working with. I work closely with a couple of different spirits. I work closely with High John. I always keep High John with me in the car when I'm traveling. I always, I ask my Badamas to keep me covered. Another way Christians say is covered in the blood of Jesus. That's a whole protection in itself. You're using a deity, which is Jesus, you're asking him to cover you with his blood. Okay, blood, magic are things that you can use to protect yourself. Sigils, one of the most common sigil is the cross. In the United States, the most common, the most popular sigil in the United States is the dollar sign. So you have, those are symbols that you can use to in place to protect yourself. One of my favorite witchy people is the Hood Botanica. She uses sigils when she puts her makeup on. You can follow her on Instagram at the Hood Botanica. You can also do amulets, such as, you have a cross necklace. You can do sigils like the pentagram. What are other the one that's popular this year, that's been popular for like a year and a half now, is the evil eye. So you have the evil eye, the hand of Hamas. You have other protection sigils for certain spirits. You have serpents for, it's just a different ones. In voodoo, the practice of voodoo, they use sigils to invoke their deities, okay, or their the spirits there. What other things that we need to talk about as far as protection? So we have talked about why we use protection, what is it needed, what can we do to protect ourselves. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little way to cleanse your house and to cleanse your house and your space, or cleanse yourself. So one of my favorite ways of doing this is burning incense. So if you can't get any herbs and you're not sure which herbs to use, or you don't feel comfortable with it, what you do is you take an incense. Everybody, you can get incense from the corner store. Burn your incense as you're walking around your home. You ask who, I burn this incense with the intention. Everything we do is done with the intent. Okay, so that's the first level of anything, is intent. I'm burning this incense with the intent of cleansing my home from unwanted energies. Once that incense has burned out, take another incense, something that smells sweet, and you say, I'm burning this incense with the intent to keep the peace and balance in my home. That's what your Florida water is there for. You can burn, I didn't even bring it out here, but you can burn, I like to burn, what is it called? Palo Santos, because that's a sweet herb. I like to also put, so if I put camphor on my charcoal round, I put a little bit of lavender on the charcoal round as well. Another cleansing herb that we also look past a lot, which is an abundance of right now, is eucalyptus leaves. Use some eucalyptus to cleanse. I love using eucalyptus to cleanse and protect. So most of the herbs that you're going to use in your cleansing, you can use also to protect. All right, that is all I have for now for protection. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, just let me know below. I'll get back to you probably next week, or between now and next week when I post the next video, talking about cleansing. And I'm going to go next time, we're going to do I'm going to prepare a cleansing bath. Oh, another thing, you can also get cleansing soap. So if you want to, next week I'll be posting how to make a cleansing bath, a protection bath, how to go about, and I'm going to show you how to go about constructing your own cleansing, your own protection. So layering up, we like to use layers, what spell work looks like, okay, what kind of protection that you can use. You can also go in the Bible for, oh, another thing, You can use Bible verses to cleanse. You can use Bible verses as means of protection. So it's plenty of things that you can go out there and do for protections. Be careful, be safe. Before you do anything, if you're not comfortable, always ask questions. That way you don't get caught up in here, because it's a lot of misinformation that's going out, and I just wanted you guys to have the best information that has kept me away from any craziness. I don't have all of those crazy stories. I have like 1 or 2 stories about things coming into my place, my spaces, or not even coming in, but getting close to my spaces, because I failed to initiate my protections. And I learned a lot from that. So I'll talk about that next time when I'm making the bath. And showing you guys some herbs and things like that. But just get familiar with doing praying protections and praying over your cleansings. It's a verse in the Bible, I can't remember the verse off the top of my head, but cleanse me like with hyssop, so that I can be white with snow. I think it's come from Psalms 51, is somewhere in there. Those type of things. So those are the things that you want to do as far as cleansing and protections. Okay, next week we're going to do the baths. The following week after that, I'm going to give you candle magic to do in your home for protections. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Bye.